Kurten.
Thank you very much. Of course, we will support the motion. It's a very, very important thing that needs to be tackled. We think that slavery finished in 1807 with Wilberforce. Of course, it isn't, and it's going on today. But there's a couple of things I think I would add to this which are missing, and that is that this cannot be divorced from immigration. Now, we know that net immigration is about 260,000. That's legal. I'm not talking about that, although, of course, we have a position on that as a party. But there's the illegal immigration that happens. And recent figures I hear is that on top of the legal net immigration, there's 150,000, perhaps a year, of people coming into the country illegally, being smuggled through people trafficking, people smuggling. This is wrong. And our border force is a joke. We have 3 tugs patrolling 6,000 miles or so of coastline in ports up and down the east of England and southern England, Immingham and so on, Yarmouth, Lowestoft, and even the beaches around Dymchurch. You see people coming in, occasionally people are noticed coming in with no border force there whatsoever. And this is happening. So 150,000 people a year, this is 300 or 400 people a day. And many of those are people who have been promised. You come to the UK, you're going to have a wonderful life. You can be a dancer, you could be a model, you can work on a farm, you can work in a bar like Hollywood. And they get here and they find that they're on a farm, but they're in conditions of slavery, like we've heard before. Or they're sent to a household, and they're put there, and they've got no way of getting in touch with the police or the outside world. And worse still, some end up in prostitution and sex slavery. They've been promised other things. We need to beef up our border force, and we need to give the police the resources they need to tackle this issue. And I'm angry because I've been here today listening to the LLDC earlier in the session, and the mismanagement, and £750 million has disappeared somewhere. But that hasn't gone to the police. And we hear earlier this week, police numbers might be cut from 32,000 down to 27,500, back to the level of 2002, when we need to be increasing our police numbers. We need to be beefing up our police because crime is increasing, slavery is increasing, but these services, these vital services which protect us and can protect other people from being put into situations of injustice, are being run down. So to any strategy that we have to tackle modern slavery, we need to make sure that our border force and our police are given the resources, not just financial, but human resources they need to tackle the issue. So I would urge anyone who considers this in the future to think about those issues as well, because it's something that causes untold misery, and it needs to be dealt with. Thank you.
Assembly Member Arnold to sum up.
Yes, Chair, quickly. Thank you, colleagues.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.